Hey there, guys and gals. I'm Chris McGuire, also known as the Investigamer here on YouTube, and I'm feeling great tonight. It's midnight, and it's finally cold in Texas. It feels so good outside, and even when I'm not up for the cold, it's nice and toasty in here. I just got some tea. I bought some tea from Barnes& and Noble because they were doing something where you buy one and get one free. So I got the Earl Grey and I got the pumpkin spice for free. I may sound a little different than usual. It's a funny story. I had a headache, and for some reason I wasn't really paying attention because I was reading something. So I went for the medicine cabinet to get my normal aspirin, whatever I usually take for headaches, and my headache was really bad. So I guess part of me thought, well, aspirin's not going to do the trick here, so let me go for this. And I grabbed my hydrocodone, which is something I have on hand just in case I get back problems. A lot of times I'll go in for work, and because I work at a farm, so I have to lift huge crates filled with sweet potatoes and shit. I sometimes have to unload up to 8 pallets filled with boxes of fruit and shit that are 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds a piece, and I'm lifting 20 boxes a pallet off of there, and my back is shit. It's terrible. I just started this job a few months ago, and before that I had barely ever done manual labor, so my back is terrible. And sometimes when I first started working here, I would take half of a hydrocodone pill every time when I went in for work, but lately I haven't had to take them because my back's gotten better. So now I just take them when I get home if it's, my back is feeling shitty. And basically I just took a couple, a pill and a half, I think. I guess just not paying attention, thinking it was something else. And yeah, I feel weird. I'm not used to the whole hydrocodone high. I used to take hydrocodone for, relaxation and stuff when I was in college, and I quickly found out that's a bad idea. So I haven't done it in a long time, and now I'm just in another place, basically. All right, funny story out of the way. Let's talk gaming. This is a gaming channel. So, today I think I'm just going to share a game with you that I just started playing on Steam. I had been away from Steam for a while. I've been playing the PS4 and some other console games, so I haven't played PC games in a few weeks now. So I got on Steam and I said, what have they been putting out lately? What indie games have been coming out? What have I missed, basically? And as always, there was a shit ton of stuff. There's always awesome things coming out on Steam that I miss. They'll just come out of the woodwork at any second, and sure enough, there was a ton of them. There are games that are in, pre-release, ones that aren't done yet, but you can play them, that I had never seen before. And then there's this one that I bought that just came out a week ago, I think. And it's called Risk of Rain. And if you haven't heard of it, go check it out and get it. It's so good. I think I'm going to do a mini review on it. I used to do these mini reviews on my old channel called Spotlights, and I think I'm going to start them up again and maybe re-upload some of my old ones. If you'd like to see those, comment below. Let me know. There's a demand for it. But this game is pretty interesting. Okay. If you've ever played The Binding of Isaac, which is one of my favorite indie games of all time, probably in my top 5, number 1 being Limbo. But if you ever played Binding of Isaac, every time you play it, the scenario is different. It's kind of a dungeon crawl type of game where you go from room to room taking out bad guys. It harkens back to The Legend of Zelda, the original, where you would go to the next room and it would move rooms and there would be new enemies in there. But this one's randomly generated, and you just you finish an entire layer, an entire what's that called? Floor, basically, and you go deeper to another floor, and that one could be a different layout. They have Necropolis, they have the Womb, and each one is different. And there's randomly generated items that you can pick up that boost your character, and each character has their own ability and stats, kind of. They don't really differ that much, but Cain, for instance, starts out with the lucky foot, so he's very lucky with finding items, and he always gets lucky with slot machines, that sort of thing. So it's a very interesting game. I love it because it's different every time you play it, and it's so fun. The mechanics are so fun. This game, Risk of Rain, is a lot like that. The control system is very fun. You move around with the arrow keys, and then you use X, Z, and then two other ones. I forget what's next to X and Z. I'm out of it right now, as you know. But you have four different abilities, basically. You have shooting normally. You have what is kind of like a shotgun, which like pushes them back, and it has a little bit of a recharge on it. Then you have a roll, which also has a recharge, which gets you away from the enemies and makes you invulnerable for a second. And then you have a fourth one, which makes the guy just like go crazy, just like shoot 4 or 5 shots. And I think he can go like this and shoot left and right. And that makes you stand still for a few seconds, but it's very effective and it has a big recharge. So you got those 4 abilities. By the way, I think these abilities are different if you choose a different class. They do have classes whenever you first start playing the game. I haven't unlocked any of the other classes. I just started playing it. But just this one class, I'm having a fucking blast with. I don't know what else I'm in for. I'm really excited because it seems like every time you play the game, it's different. The map is what it seems to be randomly generated. They at this point seem kind of similar, but it does have a randomization to it. I'm not sure how extensive that is. Like I said, just started playing it. A lot of you are probably more experienced with this because I know a lot of my subscribers are big PC gamers. A lot of you are probably saying, oh, yeah, that's actually like this. And you're probably yelling at me, you don't know very much at all about this game. But I'm just saying, this is a really good game that I just found, and I want to share it with you. It's looking awesome. If you like Binding of Isaac, I would definitely check it out. You do pick up random items just like Binding of Isaac, and there will be ones that you can, use gold to purchase, which in Binding of Isaac you can do that too. Like there's one where whenever you level up, it drops like this flag, and it makes you stronger around the area of the flag, and it's really interesting because you can kind of like plan out where you want to level up, like not pick up the XP or not kill anything so that you can make the flag right next to the teleport zone or whatever. There's a lot of strategy to it, it seems. I mean, I might be wrong, but from what I can tell, it seems like you can employ a lot of strategy with this game. I love the mechanics. Like, the controls are very smooth. Like, I haven't died once and then said to myself, wow, that wasn't my fault. No, every time I died, it was my fucking fault. And I have died a lot. I think I've gone through 5 or 6 playthroughs now. Whenever you go to the initial objective is to get to a teleporter. I assume that takes you to another area. And by the way, when you die, you start the whole game over again. Just like Binding of Isaac. I know I'm making a lot of comparisons, but it's really similar. But the initial objective is to get to the teleporter, right? And whenever you get there, you can activate it, and then a boss spawns. And I think it's the same boss every time, at least for the first level. I'm guessing there are several sections after that. I haven't got past the first one, admittedly. But damn, is this game good. I'm really impressed by it because it's strange for a game to fly under the radar for me not even hear of it before it comes out, and then it comes out and it's amazing. That doesn't ever happen, I know about games. I know when things are coming out, so it's strange when something flies under the radar this good. It rarely happens, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I will leave a link down in the description to its Steam page where you can check it out and buy it if you want. I think it's $10, which is pretty good. Pretty good for such a good game. I mean, Binding of Isaac, I think, is the same price, or it might be $5, but, plus a couple bucks for the expansion, which you need the expansion because that makes it a lot bigger. So, yeah, Risk of Rain, definitely worth the price. I would definitely check it out. Looks like a great one. I'll probably do a mini review on it, but don't be surprised if I give it a really high score because I'm having a fucking blast with it. That's all about I got for you today. That's about all. My fucking words today. That's about all I have for you today. Tune in tomorrow or whatever. Big videos coming soon. In fact, tomorrow, Thursday, I'm doing a not productive video. So check that out when it's done. And yeah, see you soon. Cheers.